So last week you saw the first part of me talking to Caleen Diedrick, and of course right here, your thoughts, Duffy's words. And so we have to make part 2, the second half of this show, the second half of the match just run off. So watch this, your thoughts, Duffy's words, part 2 with Caleen Diedrick. Your thoughts, Duffy's words. Sex, and more sex. And we're talking about the applications of and just the different aspects of it with Caleen, who is she's not what you say, you're not a sex therapist, you're not a clinician. Mm-hmm. A clinician. You are a
sensuality coach.
So we have to say it like that. Sensuality coach.
How can I say it? I thought that.
You can't just.
I'm a sensuality coach.
So what is sensuality? It sounds so sensual.
Because
like you're exhaling clouds. So we're talking about sex on the first date, and you're saying that the belief or the practice of abstaining, holding out, quote unquote, is somewhat done away with. It depends on the woman now.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. Now in 21st century, a lot of women have decided that I want to freely express my desires the same way that society has allowed men to express theirs. And they're not overly preoccupied with the labels, because I think that's what kept a lot of women in check. I don't want to be perceived as loose and easy and cheap, whatever, right? And all of that.
But the fact of the matter is, that's kind of weird.
How?
Because as the man see the woman,
him decide.
Him want
right
this out. Him want go through the cane field with him last.
Right away.
But yet still, if she on the first date, then he's gonna look on her and say, boy.
No, because the thing in his mind is, hold on, that was so easy. And bear in mind, men like the chase. So if all of a sudden, this thing that you see, we were having a conversation earlier, and you said you like a challenge. For a lot of men, there are some women, and you grade them. You said to yourself, John was start, I want the out of my league. Boy, but me I go feet same way.
Yeah.
Because I like a challenge.
Yeah.
And in your mind, you say to yourself,
and women like to be a challenge. They like to be chased.
In your mind, you said to yourself, all right, I might have to carry she about 4 or 5 dinner before I can even broach that.
So I can't go like 2 plates of food in one night.
But yeah, so if you, with the holding this perception of the woman,
right,
even though you're thinking to yourself, like, yo, I mean, your mama name and can get lucky, If she run it, then you start to think to yourself, but that was easy. I mean,
or maybe you're easy. Maybe we as men, we are the easy ones.
No, but you see, that's the thing. You haven't been conditioned to look at it that way.
So we easy. Yeah.
No.
Gentlemen's.
No, for real.
Hey, listen, just gentlemen's only. Before I address the gentlemen's, the gentlemen, what you were saying about sex on the first date, let me ask this as a follow-up to that. Do you think holding out with the sex, can it be a hindrance to moving forward in a relationship?
No.
And you understand what I'm asking, though?
Understand.
Because some persons they like to want to get past the sexual
Let's get
experience.
the sex out of the way.
Yes, almost like get it out of the way so we
but
can.
Then the thing is this: you see, nowadays we have trivialized sex. Sex is now a handshake. It's how you say hello. People have sex and I don't even know your name. So, tell me what your name again. Remember, you did say it was Paul.
I'm bad with names, though.
Sorry, but you see, if you spend some time with me,
right,
chances are you're going to remember my name if we've been dating for at least a month. I can't get to know you. So if we're looking at building relationship, then we must have some kind of foundation. Sex is not a foundation. Because at some point, even for the persons who started with having sex, straight off, there is a point at which, jaw breaks a little bit and say, all right, come, let me get for know. It's not just link me at the yard. 10 o'clock will come, we'll start it out and gone again. I want to spend some time so I can introduce you to me and you can introduce yourself to me as well.
But men and women, we look at sex differently, though. Like for a man, we will have sex with a woman on the first date as we meet her. Don't know your name, don't know nothing at all about you. But yet still we are still interested in pursuing a relationship with you. So the sex or the access to the sex doesn't necessarily determine how far we'd want to go with the woman relationship-wise.
Okay, so that is
but
the
a
case
woman
for some.
will kind of hold out in the sex to say, Shago, keep him longer, or if she don't give him too early,
Not
he will stay.
necessarily. Not necessarily. It's not necessarily to keep him longer, because the thing is this: if a man determines that, look here, I can get the sex from you tonight, and him carrying or spend him one date money, because him don't decide say, yo, it's a one date where I spend on this, no further than this,
One double down for one number.
You see it there? Hit that. Him spend him one date money and hold on there. Carry you go to the yard and you not invite him inside him, try give the little, and you say no, you're not gonna see him again. Because you have some men who this is it.
Yeah.
But for the man who wants to get to know you, sex can happen on the first date, and he's still intrigued, especially if it was good. There was something about you in the initial stages that he want to get to know or whatever else, right? So he might make the determination that I want to stay here. But for a lot of men, I get it. I come back only because I liked what I got. And then by virtue of coming back for the sex, this is the 5th time I've had some sex with you. Then I'm going to tell you a little bit about my day. And so this is how now I started. As I said, you never escape the get to know portion.
Right.
Because
and that's ongoing.
There you go. Or after the sex, now she make like a dinner for you. You stay like a longer, you talk over the food and so you come back now for the sex, the dinner, and the conversation.
The puss in a bag concept. Like, do you think that some men decide, hey, I'm not going beyond a certain point until we get the sex? I'm not getting too involved. I'm not putting too much of my pieces over here, my efforts here, until
you sample the thing.
Yeah, because we might invest a whole heap of something and then realize
no. But you see, this is the thing now. What men fail to recognize is this, if you are making an impression on me, again, bear in mind that women have sexual desire too.
Right.
So if me a vibe you, then it's how long we ever hold it out for?
How long? I know you're all out there.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Unless she is of a particular, if there's a governing ideology that keeps her in check. Christian, she sees her body in a particular way.
But even if she's Christian, she still has desires.
She still has desires, but might not choose to act on them because of those beliefs, right? So, with the exception of that, that person aside, most women, if I see you, I like you, I'm vibing you. Okay, I might not make the decision to have sex with you today, but by virtue of spending time, maybe I say, all right, cool, I'm vibing him, I can cross it. We would have had some conversation. I get clear, Say, all right, if you're just fun and games for me, I get clear, say, you up on the same page as me, all right? Or I get a little clarity. He actually likes me and I actually like him. So make us see what can go on. It happens.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
It does when you don't turn it down. Yeah?
Apparently. Well, let me ask this, though.
Go on.
Or it's not a question, it's almost like a statement. And you can say if it's factual or not. A lot of persons say they don't. The relationship doesn't start until
the sex?
Like when we have sex, we there. Before that?
Would it just a wet name, just a talk? No. There are some persons who subscribe to that.
Oh, you've heard it?
I have.
Me believe so.
And it is part of the reason where this ownership foolishness come in. So if for whatever reason she decides it happens within a week, then all of a sudden me and you there.
Yeah.
This assumption, and oftentimes it's an unsaid assumption. We just don't have sex, and worse, we did do it raw.
So there.
Hello, we there.
Then what you mean? Raw?
After a week, brother.
I'm not there.
After a week, you're my wife.
That's not there.
Hello.
A booby.
Jaja.
First of all, I'm going to call you by your name no more.
Remember your first.
I'm not going to call you by your name no more. You're no longer Caleen. You're the babe.
No, and what I'm saying is, and this
first
is
of all,
crazy.
you're not even Caleen. Hey, Cal. Hey, see.
You see, it's Cal. No, honey, listen.
Yeah.
But the point I'm making is this, right? And that's not a basis to build a relationship. Because
but do you then say,
biochemistry.
So do you go, okay, it's not like an engagement that has a date or a wedding ceremony has a date. Do you say, hey,
we're going serious?
Are we going steady?
No,
are we there or are we not there?
No, that's it. You have a conversation.
Why?
Because, brother, this whole business that there's a whole heap of assumption because you and I had sex, we're together.
Yeah.
I know.
We there.
I don't want you like that, though. We did just want some sex that night there. And
Then
you
we
didn't have
left.
to
Then we
show
left.
up.
But we did that.
No, we never did that.
We did that.
We did have sex.
We
Period.
did that.
Full stop.
We're gonna continue this. We're gonna continue this conversation. We're gonna continue this very topic. Go forward back. Your thoughts, Duffy's words with Caleen, trying to understand that once I had sex, we did that. We're so forward. Your thoughts, Duffy's words. We're getting into the sexual conversation. We're talking about sex, the different aspects of it. If it is that you're just tuning in, you need to probably rewind and go back and start at the beginning. Or anyway, remember to like, share, subscribe, spread the word about something. We're talking to Caleen, who is a sensuality coach.
That's it, honey. I was waiting. Yes.
Don't get into the conversation. We're going to pick up back or we'll leave off.
All right, go on.
Where me and you been going out. You understand? You comes to my house, we comes to your house, comfortable and all something there. When we have sex, that is the date of the day.
No.
It is.
Doftan.
6 months into us doing, how it is I can look back and go, all right, when is the 6 month anniversary?
Look here, the 6 month anniversary will
Starts
come.
when?
It starts when the two of us have a grown up conversation in terms of what we're doing.
So the past 6 months was what?
No, listen to me. We were hanging out. We were collecting information.
Can I
we were
be hanging
time.
out and collecting information and spending time with somebody else?
Yeah, of course, because I don't own you and you don't own me. So me cannot hang out and spend time with somebody else too.
You see, you can say that as a woman. As a man, me can't say that.
How you mean?
Because enough man sleep with them mouth open, you know. So, like a mercury.
No.
Liquor.
Fire burn on them loose argument there. Here.
It's a joke, come on. This is
So,
a joke.
I know.
That's
But
pause.
No.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm serious. A man can't come to a woman. Okay, let me ask this.
Because you
it
say
is-
you're serious in Dufton and this a frighten me, no brother. This a really for. What you mean?
What frighten you?
How you mean?
I'm speaking on behalf of some beliefs of.
And I
of
hope it's a
certain-
very tiny subset of the population that subscribe to this whole idea that if you have sex, you they burn it out, wicked and terrible. Burn it. You were saying,
Oh,
sir.
we need a date.
With what?
A sex date.
No, listen me. You can have sex
And you
and
say
then
raw?
decide.
Ooh.
Hold on, you can have sex because the moment.
Ooh, you get
and
a
you
jaw.
decided to. You decided to act on the moment, right? But then afterwards, because we don't want any assumptions, there must be some conversation. All right, so
Are we there?
what's happening? What is happening?
Are we? Hold
so,
on.
and
don't
then
give me
I
that
can
word,
tell
though.
you what.
There.
Exactly. I want to know, brother, with there? Where we dep on? Where we dep on? Yeah, man, where we dep on?
Is it okay for a woman to have more than one sex partners?
It's okay. Yes. Absolutely.
Do you think? Okay. All right, cool.
As long as you're doing our things safe, absolutely. The same way it's okay for the man
So
to
she
have
can't
more
deal with
than
the two of
one.
them.
I'm sorry?
Can't she deal with the two of them?
If she has a conversation. Once you have a conversation with all of
With
them,
all three of them, I say.
Absolutely.
I say, we there, and the man say,
I am
yeah.
with so and so as well.
So
and
she's
I'm
gonna
also
list
with
out the other
so-and-so.
two?
Absolutely.
And all three men just know, say, listen to me.
That's it.
1 year, them asleep.
Sorry? It's 1 yard?
Them asleep. No fear, is she? Is she had the root?
Not necessarily. She can say to him, all right, look here now.
Put him
I
on a
want
schedule.
There you go. I want 2 more lovers.
You know, I'm gonna leave the one there right this out. That is when you guys can connect with Caleen, and Caleen will take you down that road. But we're not doing that.
All right.
We're not doing that. But let's have a conversation.
Absolutely. So hold on.
I'll pack in my bag.
What you mean? I don't understand. You wouldn't much prefer a woman who come to you often and tell you, say, boy, listen, I'm digging you, but I also like Paul and, I want both of you. I want both of you.
I don't know. All of a sudden, like, my chest start tight.
No, but why?
But you know, a lot of men, that's how they're going to feel.
Because of this ownership idea,
No,
want
I'm
nobody
just-
in your things. And I find that the men who feel that way, the chest tightening part are the ones them who have, sampling other
No,
people
but
things.
what if it is that as a man, you understand where you are. You understand, hey, that a woman expressing that to you is going to make you uncomfortable. and you are fine being uncomfortable, and if it makes you uncomfortable, you're just gonna say, "Hey,
I
I'm gonna
can't do
go."
that. And that's fine.
Right.
But at
So
least.
no ownership, nothing.
No, okay. Check.
Right.
The thing is this, though. What I've discovered is oftentimes that's where it's coming from.
Right.
A lot of men don't stop to investigate really and truly what is the source of the upset, what is causing my chest to be tight.
Mm-hmm.
This whole idea that it is my vagina and she have it to share with Paul and Dexter. I cannot cross it. It will
Listen,
not
me
be
not
the
gonna tell you a lie.
same.
Me not gonna tell you a lie. That imagery hurt me.
The image that gonna hurt you. What?
Because of that, man, that imagery hurt. That yeah.
Is that what stress you out?
I don't ask.
Because you can't
I
manage.
never ask about previous sexual partners, especially
And
quantity.
you shouldn't.
Because if you
That
tell
is
me,
high school.
so if you tell me 7, the next time that we're having sex,
Yeah,
the
think
next-
about this.
Me not think about the 7. That's wrong. How much we did with my girl and I
Okay,
think, but
alright.
the 7, it just feel like 7 that presents in our room. It just feel like all
Justin,
of
are
it.
you like serious? Right
No,
now?
but no, I'm just saying that everybody's different. I'm just processing that. I know I don't want to know about the numbers
Fine.
because of how I process it.
Right.
So I know that I'm not the first person you have sex with.
That's it. That's
I
all
know
you
that,
need to know.
but I don't need the literal
no-
person now for
no,
know say
the body count.
is Anjo
No.
and is 17 and it was no. I mean I don't need to know.
And
I'm
I
happy
don't
in my
think-
bliss.
No, I don't think it's a conversation that we should have. That's for
No, some people can. Some people can't.
The truth of the matter is, my general rule is leave it alone. Leave it alone, because I will never ask a man about his body count. I have no interest. I just want to know this is not your first encounter.
Yeah, it was
You know?
bring some experience.
Yeah, bring some experience to the
resume,
table,
perhaps.
please.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But I know women who, when they hear of body count from a man, it kind of turns them on.
Right, because you think to yourself, you've equated it with experience
I
versus.
don't know.
And what I would say to women, no, don't be fooled, please and thanks.
Chuchu?
No, body count don't necessarily mean that him know what him doing.
I don't think it's that. I don't know something about it. That it's a turn on.
What
For them.
he is experienced. That's the turn on. So you figure, say, yo, him a go rock and roll.
Let me ask this.
Yes.
Because we could come out of the mud a little bit and shake
Alright,
it
go
off.
on, go on.
Good sex or good relationship?
God, I want to you, man. Jaja.
Listen, you want to see somebody just tighten up?
Sure.
Good sex or good relationship?
Why does it have to be either or?
Good sex or it's a fact. You know this.
No.
In this
No.
you are having these situations.
I'm not
that
saying
persons
no.
are they have to make that conscious choice. Good sex or good relationship?
Good relationship. And let me tell you why I say good relationship. All right, yes, I went there. Because sex is a learned behavior. And
So you're saying
I can teach.
hopefully you can teach.
Yeah.
Hopefully you can learn.
There you go.
Because
Hope-
maybe a teacher and not
No,
learning.
but you see, the thing is this, so probably we need to quantify what is a good relationship. What does that mean for me?
You know what I'm talking about. I'm saying that's a good relationship. I mean, everything is great with the absence of but good sex is absent. The intercourse is bad.
It all depends. Oh gosh, no, but if it's bad, honey, no.
The relationship
The
done too?
relationship done. I better you tell me, say, all right, maybe it can be bad.
So this man who is taking care of you mentally,
Right.
emotionally,
Jesus.
support you. You are his empress, his
Right.
queen, his goddess,
There.
everything
Just so.
amazing. But boss can't operate too well in the bedroom.
No, but you see,
You
this is-
are going to choose not to be with this man.
I am going to choose my happiness.
I would like for you to exhale and then answer the question because you have a shorter breath. Yeah,
Come, stress out, my chest are tight.
Yeah.
And that because I believe that you can get both.
No, you can.
Exactly. And the thing is this,
But
might
you
not
have
get
somebody
them-
right now who's
you might
listening.
not get them both at the same time. However, if you have material to work with, so that's what I'm saying. So you might start off and the sex never, the stroke pattern, we not
After
catch
5
each other
years,
and
after
thing and
5
thing. No,
years,
after
it's
5
still-
years we done though. We done. We're not gonna make it to
How
5
long?
years, brother.
How long?
No.
How
I am-
long before you call it quits?
You stress me out. Boy, okay, so that is you asking me personal.
Yeah.
After 3 months, after 3 months, we're not clicking, you're not taking teaching us, so your party, I was here.
So,
You got
General,
yourself.
whoever is out there listening, you have 90 days to
No,
get
man.
to your house
In
in order.
order. And I have to say, massive improvement after week 2. After week 2, massive improvement. I need to see aptitude. I need to see that you're coachable, all them something there. Yeah, man.
All right. We can take a break now. I take a quick break. We'll fall back and we'll close out the show because we have just a little part left, but it's something that you need to tune into. Your thoughts, Duffy's words, with Caleen, the sensuality coach.
That's right.
So after a great exhale, I must say exhale, wow. This seems like a exhale. Your thoughts, Duffy's words, so the baddest podcast out there. Caleen, talk the truth. Podcast bad.
It's okay.
Just because that stress you out.
It's I.
It's you stay. Just say you're bad, no man. Just say it bad.
It's a go on with that.
Caleen, you have
flavor.
Yeah, you have done like interviews and stuff like that, and you breeze through them. This one, it gets a little bit shiny nose. They got all right, so before, we're not even want to revisit that. It's a good sex or good relationship. And you said good relationship for 3 months. After that, the sex better good. Or you're out.
Marked improvement by week 2.
This is like a real question. Like people in relationships, especially. Can you have sex with someone outside a relationship and it has no impact whatsoever on your relationship?
You can.
What's the possibility of that happening?
It all depends on the person and what it is that they went out there for. So you can have an encounter, you can have a physical encounter with somebody and that was all it was. I saw you, you saw me, we had a moment. That's it. She gone for her merry way, you gone back at your yard.
That's like in the second or third month.
What now?
Second or the third month.
While you're waiting on the skills.
Of the probation period.
While you're waiting on the skills too. Right.
But let me ask this, because this leads right into what I'm going to ask next. Can external sex help internal relationship issues?
It can only if there's conversation.
What do you mean?
As in, you are talking about what's going on, because oftentimes what happens is that people stray, walk outside of the relationship, you had an experience there, you come in and you try twist and turn or criss and cross and these things, right? But if you have not communicated, all right, babes, let's try this. I'm kind of curious about that. And then,
I'm not talking just sex, I'm talking about the internal relationship. Sometimes there are issues going on. You can't talk to the person, you're frustrated, stuff like that. You find somebody outside who, it's nothing more than sex, but it's great sex. You come back in, you're kind of more relaxed, you're more, you're less stressed, you're less agitated. And you're able now to interact with your significant other.
And to hear them.
Right.
Absolutely. It is possible for some persons. However, what I find is this. A lot of us have a difficulty compartmentalizing. And so the thing is, the internal relationship or the original relationship fails because the other person's physical needs are being met. So if that is paramount, then this is a every night situation. You're teething away lunchtime. People get careless, right? So the benefits to the original relationship.
So it can work short term.
It can. However, for me, the thing.
Hey, because we're saying this now, we're just exploring the thought. We're not saying that's what you should do.
No. It can. However, the deal is this: the person must actively be working on trying to fix the issue, and that's the reason I was saying there has to be communication. It can't just be a situation where you go now, you get a release, you exhale, you come back. I can actually hear you. I'm not upset. I'm not irate. Who can't talk. There has to be something coming out of that. You must be working towards fixing what's going on here. So this is not a staple. And if it's going to be a staple, then there ought to be a conversation. I'm about that integrity life. Tell me, make we talk it through.
Well, I've taken you to the ringer.
How you feel good there now?
No, man, I just a Duffy. Stress out people. Talk some things. give me some good relationship advice. Good sexual advice for men.
Listen to your woman. Learn about sex and intimacy. Make a conscious effort to learn. And gentlemen, we are looking at the camera for that one.
And sex is not just the...
Porn is not your go-to. Burn it out. It is not. No. Porn is when you're having a moment with yourself. This is not. No.
It's not an instruction manual.
It's not an instruction manual. That's not where you're taking your cues.
A reference source.
No, it is not. And if that is all you can point me to is Kung Fu Tube or whatever them name, no. The thing is, you want to have conversations.
Right. So it's not just about the advice, the good sex advice is not, it's talking about the intercourse.
I'm talking about everything that makes for good sex. Get attuned to your woman. Spend some time talking to her, and she needs to see that you are listening and not necessarily listening to solve a problem, because a lot of time women are just talking because they need to get it off of their chest.
That's a whole other podcast topic.
No, seriously.
Yeah.
Don't listen to solve. And you will know when she wants some kind of solution. Most of the time they're just talking just to vent. And if you can vent and you can preempt her. So one of the biggest thing I say to couples all the time, make your partner meditation. Sit down and sim upon her. Learn this individual.
Okay.
Focus in, drill in, invest time. The same way if you get a new toy, you want to learn this new gadget, people get them new phone and them go through the manual, you can do this, you can spend some time with this woman. Okay. It's extremely sexy. And if a woman feels as though you are, investing this time, trying to understand who she is, and you open her up, look at her. It's one of the things that I realize in my practice, that the longer people are together, it's one of those things that I check to see when they're walking through the door. I want to see what is the body language telling me. How far they must sit down from one another. You get what I mean? Are you able to look at each other, and at what points? Whenever I'm upset, I'm inflamed, I'm gonna tell you with so no. If I cannot meet your gaze any at all, no. Look at this woman. As in, spend some time appreciating her. And the thing is, all of these things are huge foreplay. Just sit and look on her without any desire to do anything, and watch her come to you. Just look on her.
Now go try that.
I'm telling you.
Now go out and look for that girls and stare for that.
No, it's not the creepy man stare.
Oftentimes not do that. It's like her significant other come over to me and say,
no, what you keep, brother, what you do?
Stop steer for now, general.
No,
but
you're
this
woman.
Is what Caleen said I should do.
No, you're a woman. Stare at your woman.
Yeah.
Spend some time.
But you don't know yet.
Listening to her. And the other thing is, learn her love language. How does she receive love? A lot of men want to love the woman the way that he receives love. But that might not be the way that she...
Because love languages, I think...
It's a huge...
I think everybody has... People have not two, but we receive in a certain way and we give in a certain way.
Absolutely.
Right.
So the thing is...
That's not...
Right. The thing is to learn this, and that's part of you making her your meditation. What makes this person tick? You know what I mean? What are the little simple things that she absolutely loves? How can I surprise her? And be spontaneous, for God's sakes. Burn out this Valentine's Day crap. You're trying to make her happy.
Oh, yeah, right.
Burn it out.
Right as it goes there.
No. And the burn out the birthday thing, we only do the special things for these days.
Oh, you mean on the special? Oh,
exactly.
Okay, on the special.
Be spontaneous. Keep it, because what makes it spicy is the spontaneity.
When it gets spontaneous, be Cupid, Valentine's Day, run out with a bow and a roll.
No.
Hold your heart.
No. That's what I'm saying. Get creative.
Right.
Get creative. Think and as best as possible. Keep dating this woman.
Good sexual advice for women.
Oh my God. Good sexual advice.
I timed you.
I know, right? I went.
You better match it. No.
Good sexual advice for the man is understand that
for women.
Exactly. Okay, so for the woman to pleasure her man.
Right.
The thing is this, ladies, shut up. Jesus, God Almighty,
Hold on, stop,
Father.
stop. Let's listen to that for a moment.
Jaja.
Let that reverberate around the room. And it's not a matter of not speaking. It's not speaking we're talking about.
No, sometimes y'all just talk too much. God damn it. Oh my God. Oh my God. Stop. Jesus, learn your man. The same way that I'm asking men to make their women a meditation. Learn your man. And this thing here, your man doesn't have to be, he is not, you're not trying to make him everything. This whole idea that he has to be everything for your emotional support, your best friend. There are some things, got chat to your girlfriend about that, man. Stop pressure the man with certain things. You understand what I mean? Get to the space that you can read this man and know there is a time that you go to him where he's receptive to this information. And there is a time when you quat and hold it and call your girlfriend though. Yeah? So put down the malice in. The vagina and the malice, no. This thing here where you're wifing up the vagina now because you upset with him. Crazy. Crazy. Have the conversation. Work it out because a lot of psychological warfare play out in the bedroom. Watch me on him. I'm dead in ya. Dead. Don't do it. Don't do it. Have the conversation. Talk it through. Talk it through. And then get back. And what I find is this. Sometimes when you have the sex, you soften the man. In fact, all the time. All the time.
All the time.
All the time when you have the sex, you soften this man. A girlfriend of mine said something. She said, you have to understand that you are his spa. Mm-hmm. And that's exactly it. This is where I'm come for decompress. You get me? So you have to remember that you have to bring the zen. If you every day you complaining, you cussing, you quarreling, oh my God, you're chasing that man away. And if you holding up the vagina, I almost went vernacular just now.
Are you collecting offering anytime soon?
No,
if 20 pack road and a peel off it. But the part over there, I can reach 17.
No, that's fine. Come, I'll take it, honey. I'll take it. There you go. If you're holding up the vagina, you're breaking down this relationship. And you're breaking it down bad. And a lot of women don't understand how it is that the man's tray. You malicing this man 1 month and change and no sex. Sweetheart, if him did cheat upon you, go seek some assistance to work it out. But it cannot be that you're still upset over if you did catch him a look upon a girl and 1 month him not get no sex. Foolishness.
Listen.
Foolishness.
There's so much more that we can talk about. And if it is you want to reach out to Caleen so she can give you a lot more advice, they can have more conversations. Caleen, where can persons find you on social media? On
social media, you can find me on Instagram, and that's Caleen D, CALEENDEE. So that's on Instagram.
Caleen D.
There you go.
Okay.
So send a DM. Only business inquiries will be responded to. Please and thanks.
Okay, somebody might DM me and say, no, some about 3 months. We can do for a bit. You're on Facebook?
I am. Caleen Diedrick on Facebook.
How's the Diedrick spelled?
DIEDRICK.
Okay. So Instagram, Facebook, anywhere else?
That's it.
Reach out to her. It was a good vibe, a good conversation. Thank you for passing through.
Thank you so very much for having me.
And women, you can actually say that after.